Hi, I'm Tristan and I like guns. What we have here is a Walther P1. It came after the P38, a German pistol during World War II. This is what came afterwards. The only difference between the two really is the fact that this has an aluminum slide while the P38 has steel slide, and the aluminum slide is supposed to hold up better. This was used by the West German police. Okay, so what we're going to be doing with this today is we're going to be cleaning it because it hasn't been cleaned in a while. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is actually get some form of, like, some kind of soft fabric. I use wife beaters. I think they work the best. Paper towels would work too. The only problem is the fibers from the paper towels tend to stick to it after you lubricate it, and it just kind of looks like crap. After you have your setup, which you're going to have your gun cleaning kit. Mine actually came with my pistol. It's like the original field clean kit. You're going to want to make sure you have some cotton patches, basically like for when you're cleaning the bore and everything. And then like a rag, just the other half of the wife beater. Just kind of wipe it down once you get the oil. You'll have a brush to help get in between some of the cracks, stuff like that. This part of the cleaning kit, this goes to the bore. It's actually a chain that you pull through. These are the attachments for it. Basically, these are going to clean the inside of the bore. You can see this one's just plastic, and this one is plastic, and then it has the copper wire on it, which helps get out some of the grimier stuff, especially if you're using like cheap Eastern European ammunition. It's a really good thing to have is to make sure that you clean your gun really well, otherwise it's going to get nasty. Okay, so now after you have everything all set up, your little station, you're going to make sure your gun's unloaded, because if you're paranoid about the zombie apocalypse like me, it's probably loaded. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the magazine, which includes pulling this back. The magazine will be able to slide out then, and you're going to pull back on the slide and catch the bullet. Now your gun is completely unloaded. Alright, so now we're going to actually break down the pistol. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull back on the slide. Now that you've pulled back on the slide, you're going to press this button right here, the one that my thumb's touching, up. Once that's up in the locked position, your slide's going to be locked back, and the only way it's going to come back down is if you press down on that button, which we're not going to do yet. Now, this is the switch that actually releases the barrel and the slide from the frame of the pistol. So you're going to take this lever right here, and you're going to pull it forward. And now you're going to, once again, firmly grasp the slide, and you're going to press down on this button again, and the slide and the barrel are going to come forward and come out. Okay, now from here, once you have the slide and the barrel disconnected from the frame here, you're going to take this block right here, and you're going to use your finger, and you're going to pull it up, and that's going to allow the barrel and the slide to pull away from each other. And now you're all broken down. First thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the inside of the barrel. Right now it's actually pretty dirty. So we're going to take some of the cleaning patches. We're going to run them through this right here. Okay, so now after you have your cotton pads all like inside of the hook here, you're going to take your oil, and you're going to put a little bit of, you're going to put maybe a drop or two of oil on each side of the pads. Basically, what this is going to do is it's going to lubricate the barrel, and it's going to actually start the cleaning solution before you actually start running the brushes through. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the end of the chain that doesn't have the swabs attached to it, and I'm going to put that into the barrel, and I'm going to let it run through until I get about down here, and then I'm just going to pull it through. As you can see, it's not super dirty, but there's still some dirt in there. Basically, the primary reason for this, like I said, is just to get the lubrication in there and the cleaning oil. And now it's time for the actual portion where you use the hook. Alright, so from here, you're going to take your brush, just the normal just plastic brush, and you're going to loop it through After you do that, you're going to take, once again, you're going to do pretty much the same thing when you're running the cotton swabs through. You're going to take the chain, you're going to run it through again. Now, I understand this chain's a little long. This chain is meant to be used on several different types of weapons, so that's why the chain's so long opposed to having just a real short chain for a short barrel like this. You're going to run it through, and you're going to run it through as many times as you deem necessary. But basically, this is only pre-clean as well, just kind of like the swabs were. The real clean starts coming when you bring in the metal wire brush. Alright, so as you can see, we're pretty much doing the same thing as we did last time, except the difference is this one has the copper wire on it. So this is the one that's really going to start getting it clean, just because the, the copper wire brush is a little more of an intense clean on the inside of there. It's going to get a lot of the gunk out. When you're pulling it through, it's going to have a lot more tension. You're going to do this between 5 and 6 times. That is what's going to get it really clean. I'm only going to do it about 2 right now, because I'm just showing you guys how. We're going to move into the last portion of it, which we're going to go back to the cotton swab. Okay, so this is the second last step in the cleaning process. You're going to take the little pads that you had, you're going to make sure they have oil on it. You pretty much use the same ones you used to just get the oil in the barrel originally, because they won't be that dirty yet. You're going to, once again, run this chain all the way through. Now, most people don't use a chain, and they have a barrel cleaning kit, and a lot of times that'll come with a cleaning rod opposed to a chain like this. This is just what came with the field kit that I got when I originally bought the pistol. Keep on running this through, probably about 2 or 3 times. And this is just going to help get out a lot of the gunk that was pulled up by the copper chain. So I'm only going to do it twice because I'm doing this as an example. Now, the pads are significantly more dark. That's because, it's picking up a lot more stuff than it did originally when we first ran it through. So now the final step is going to be taking clean little pads, and you're going to run them through maybe once or twice, and basically the goal behind this is to pick up whatever's left without taking all the oil out of it. If you run it through too much, you're going to take all the lubrication, all the oil out of the barrel, which is bad. You don't want too much, but you still want some. It'll help for when you're actually firing the weapon, and it will actually help preserve the weapon. Now, if you want to look into the, look down the barrel, you can tell that it's a lot shinier than it originally was. From here, you're pretty much done cleaning the barrel, as far as the inside goes, as far as the muzzle goes. Alrighty, so the next portion of it is going to basically, you're going to take your oil, and you're just going to put like a little dab of your oil somewhere on it, and this is really just to lubricate it. You're going to take your brush, and you're just going to start using the brush. The brush is going to get the oil on it, and you're just going to start wiping it down. So I'm going to keep on wiping down the inside of it, make sure to get in all the cracks. That's what this is really good for. This brush is really good for getting into the cracks where you can't get into it with a rag, or with whatever else you might have. So yeah, as you can see, it's all lubricated now. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the slide and the firing pin. So I'm going to squeeze a couple little drops in there, and I'm going to start wiping it down. Now, when you're actually cleaning this after you shoot it, the firing pin right here is actually a very important spot, because this is actually where a lot of residue builds up, and that's where you're going to want to scrub it with, like I said, the toothbrush or the actual cleaning brush. As you can see, I'm still kind of brushing it down here, making sure I get a lot of it covered. And a lot of this will slowly start to evaporate after a while, and that's why you have to clean it. I would say close to every 5 months if you don't regularly shoot it. Just like I said, just to make sure, because you got to keep maintenance on it, or else it's going to start to rust. And then with rust comes, you have to worry about it jamming and stuff like that, which is never a good thing when you're with a gun. Like, you really don't ever want your gun to jam, because if you ever need it and it jams, then you're kind of SOL. Okay, so as far as reassembly goes, it's pretty much just a reverse process of what you did originally. So you're going to take it, you're going to take your barrel and you're going to pull back on the block. You're going to slide the barrel in, make sure the block stays up. You'll press the block down. Then you're going to take the frame, the handle, and then you're going to, as you can see, slide it into place. You're going to have to worry about this little bugger right here staying up. So you're going to push that down with your finger, pull back, and now from here you're going to pull back once again on the slide, and you're going to use a little button that I showed you originally. You're going to press that up so it locks into place. Then you're going to take the switch here, and you're going to pull this back. That way when you pull the slide forward, it stays forward and stays in place. Now that you're all clean, lubricated, it's time to reload it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the clip, you're going to pop it in there, and you're basically going to press down on the button. You're all loaded up, and now your gun's ready to be put away until December 21st. Dun dun dun.